For the state,
Hank Wilkins for the state, Your Honor.
all right, let me call the case. The court is calling 2023 CR 3443, State of Texas versus Larry Everett Berry. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Hank Wilkins for the state, Your Honor.
Canton Longacre for Mr. Barry.
All right, and are you Mr. Berry?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're here for sentencing. Oh, this is taking a while. He entered a plea on July 10th. Okay, I see why it was taking a while. Your attorney was unable to appear, and then we had to have a mental health evaluation to be completed.
That has occurred, Judge.
All right. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report state?
I did at the previous setting, Judge, and I believe, is it 16 months opposed? Is that what?
Yes.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
All right. Have you reviewed the PSI report?
We have to.
Any objections to the PSI report state?
No
No, Your
objection,
Honor.
Your Honor.
Defense, any objection?
No.
All right. According to your plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 16 months in the state jail facility. There's a $2,000 fine. The state opposes your application, and there's to be restitution for drug testing. State, you're opposed. Do you have any witnesses?
No witnesses, Your Honor.
Defense, do you have any witnesses?
No, Judge, none other than Mr. Barry. He'd like to say a few words to.
All right. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. Defense, you want to step back, please?
Certainly, make a note.
That's okay. All right. Can you state your name for the record?
Larry Everett Berry.
All right. Do you want to ask your client questions?
A few, Mr. Barry. Excuse me, Mr. Barry, on paper, you don't look like a good candidate for probation. Can you tell the judge why now, today, you are a good candidate for probation?
Everyone, please whisper, or either you cannot talk.
Yes, I would like to have probation to change my life. I got a job. I'm trying to be a better person. I'm staying out of trouble. I'm not out there doing nothing to society, anything. I'm just trying to be a better man to my kids and all that. My son's birthday this Saturday, and I'm trying to get this opportunity to just do right.
Do you understand, we went over it from the report. You understand that the recommendation is some mental health treatment that could run about 120 to 180 days.
Yes, sir.
And you want that mental health treatment?
Yes, sir.
You want to get your mental health issues resolved finally?
Yes, sir.
How about the chemical dependency end of it, the alcohol and drugs? Do you want to get that issue resolved?
Yes,
fully
sir.
and finalized?
Yes, sir.
So, and you do have a job now.
Yes, sir.
Who do you work for,
I
sir?
work for Sam's Burger Joint. I'm a cook there.
I understand. Anything further you want to add to the judge?
I hope I get the opportunity to get probation, to get all the help I can through what I've been through and everything else.
Is it fair to say that what you've been through legally has been your responsibility? I mean, you caused it.
Yes, sir.
Agreed?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
All right. Any questions?
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Berry, my name is Hank Wilkins. I'm a prosecutor here. I just have a few questions, and if you don't understand anything, hey, I don't understand that. I'll try and phrase it a different way.
Okay.
But you've been on probation before, right?
No.
You weren't on probation for theft in 2010.
I'll remember. I probably have, but
All right. You want to show him his criminal history?
Yes, sir. So this is on page 2 of the TAP evaluation here. Did you go over this with your attorney, maybe the last setting?
yes.
So on page 2 here, this is in January of 2010, you got this theft. Granted 6 months probation, and then it was revoked a couple of months later. Do you remember that?
No.
Okay. And then so that's a misdemeanor. But then do you recall in 2016 you were on probation for a felony assault family second offense? Do you remember this one?
Mhm.
You don't? Okay. So you were granted 3 years deferred in 2017, and then you were revoked later in 2017. Do you remember that?
No, so,
Okay. I believe there was another one out of state. Do you remember ever being on probation in Ohio?
I think so, I believe so, but I ain't been back in Ohio for years.
Okay, so it looks like you were granted 2 years of probation on a felony receiving stolen property in 2000. Do you remember that?
Mhm.
No, sir. Okay. Well, sir, it looks like you were revoked in 2002 for that. Do you remember that?
No,
No, sir. Okay. Looks like you had a domestic violence in 2003 that you got a year probation on. Do you remember that?
no, none of that.
Do you remember your probation was terminated later in 2004? No, sir. Okay.
I get back home, God know who.
So can you tell the judge why, if you're given the opportunity this time, it's gonna be different?
Yeah, if I get the opportunity to get probation this time, everything will be totally different. I'm a working person. I don't sell drugs. I don't do anything anymore. I'm more of a family man.
Okay, here's the thing. Don't do that thing about, I don't sell drugs, I don't belong to a gang. You know why?
Why?
Because I don't do drugs, I don't sell drugs, I don't belong to a gang. Half the people who are in here, well, I don't want to say half, I'd say a third. Like your attorney doesn't do drugs, sell drugs, or belong to a gang. So don't do that like you want a cookie for being a law-abiding citizen. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, the state asks you about your criminal history. Do you remember going to prison?
Here in San Antonio.
No, just prison, period.
Yeah, I've been there. And back
All
in
right,
Ohio,
so why are you pretending like you don't know
Right.
about this stuff?
Cause I don't know about the probation. I ain't never, in Ohio, I don't know. I just always been locked up.
No. There's an assault case here where you were on deferred adjudication and it got revoked and you went to prison. Are you trying to tell the court that you don't remember that?
I can't remember because I was homeless at the time. I jumped from, I ain't had no place to stay.
No. But people will remember going before a judge and a judge saying, I'm no longer going to keep you on probation. I'm sending you to prison. You're telling me that you don't remember that.
No, because
That's odd.
I mean, I've been going through it like a hard time at the time. I don't really have no family here but my kids. I'm like the only kid down here from Cincinnati. With my mom.
No. You're jumping over talking about different things that I'm not talking about right now. We'll get to your children. You have been to the state jail facility before. You've been to prison before, and you're making it seem like you don't remember any of this. Counsel, you want to step back and talk to him and see if he remembers his criminal history?
Judge, we have talked about it, but we've also talked about his mental health conditions, unresolved mental health conditions, which include bipolar and major depression.
I mean, you can be
As well as his
majorly.
chemical dependency history. He's been under the influence a lot of the time during a lot of his life.
All right, you can be bipolar, but you know if you've been to prison before. You can be depressed, but I think you know if you've been to prison before. If I'm wrong, somebody tell me and say, Judge, you're wrong. People who have been majorly depressed don't remember going to prison. People who are bipolar don't remember going to prison. People who are the only person in a particular state or city with no family members don't remember going to prison, because he's just told the prosecutor, and if I'm wrong, let me know. He's just told the prosecutor he doesn't remember any of these charges.
I understood him to tell the prosecutor that he didn't remember the probation revocations, which he and I talked about. And I made a point of saying, you've not done well on probation before on a number of occasions. Why is it going to be different? Why in the world would this judge do anything different? But he acknowledged that to me, that he recalled the state jail incarceration as well as the TDC.
All right, if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
It will be dirty. I ain't gonna lie.
Dirty for what?
Marijuana
And what else?
and alcohol and I've been partying,
Oh, what else? You say alcohol and I've been partying. So what else are you going to be dirty for?
cocaine.
All right. And how often are you using cocaine?
Nah, not that much. It was like when I go to parties.
All right. Why are you going to parties and you're supposed to be so concerned about your children?
It was like football season and all that stuff. I go to places like that because I don't have cable at the home. I go to like friends' houses and all that.
And do drugs?
I don't choose to, but it just, if it's there, like, we just, when we win, you know, cause I'm a Cincinnati Bengal fan. Like, when we win, it just slang away like.
Well, that's rare
you know,
because Cincinnati Bengals rarely win.
yeah, but you know, it just, that's my team. Just
No, I
slang.
understand. All right. Is there anything else from either side?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Nothing further from us, Judge.
All right. You're going into custody today. This is what's going to end up happening. You can either go to the state jail facility or either you can go to inpatient treatment. Felony drug court, if they have a place available for you, then you will be at felony drug court. So do you prefer to go to the state jail facility, do your time of 18 months, or would you like treatment?
Treatment.
Okay.
Judge, if I may, excuse me.
Hmm?
Yeah, the recommendation is not.
Judge, Mr. Barry has already been evaluated for felony drug court. It does look like as of July 25th, 2023, he did meet criteria. However, he needed to be re-referred if he was granted supervision.
Yes. So that's what we will do, but he's going into custody today. And I know you may think it's wrong of me to put you in custody today, but guess what? Saturday is upon us. Thanksgiving is upon us. And everybody knows Thanksgiving, I grew up Thanksgiving watching the Cowboys play and shelling pecans. But those are just breeding grounds for you to go to somebody's house and end up doing drugs. And guess what? The last time you do drugs may be the last time you do drugs. And your family members who are in Cincinnati or wherever they may be will have to come down and identify your body, or either your children will have to identify your body. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to give you a chance. It's completely up to you what you do with it. And there was an application just for regular probation. So the court will sentence you to 16 months in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 2 years. There's to be a referral to felony drug court, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. There's to be a referral to felony drug court. If not accepted, then he'll go to SATF. If SATF is not available, then it will be ISF, substantive abuse track. Substance abuse track, sorry. There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once he completes parenting classes, the 200 hours of community service restitution will be deemed to be satisfied. There's to be restitution to BCSO for drug testing. And let me see if we have an amount for that. State, do we have an amount for the drug testing?
It's usually $57, Judge.
But do we,
I think that's sort of what the standard is, 57 for either SAPD or BCSO.
all right, we'll do restitution to BCSO for drug testing if submitted. And that needs to be submitted no later than December 18th, whatever their restitution is. Counsel, if there's an issue with their restitution amount, just let the court know.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to want field visits 1 time per month upon release. And that will be for 4 months. And then it can be at probation's discretion. Who are your children with now?
With their mama.
Okay. And is there child protective services involved? Okay. Probation, is there anything else he needs?
No, Your Honor. He criteria for PRS. I'm not sure if his mental health issues will, disqualify him from status if drug court does not.
All right, then,
Excuse me, Judge, I had a question in that regard too. I understood you to say status first, and if.
no,
that-
felony drug court first.
I'm sorry, felony drug court first, have rejected their status, if rejected there, then the dual diagnosis.
No, then ISF. Since I know SATF will reject him then for the mental health, remove SATF from my order, and we'll try with ISF substance abuse track, and then if not, DDRF. And the reason why I'm doing that is because what is the wait time for DDRF?
Or it just depends on if the individual is stable on medication.
All right. So we'll try referral to felony drug court first. And then if you can try ISF substantive track and DDRF. And they will let you know what the wait time is for DDRF and what the wait time is for ISF substantive abuse track. Okay. All right. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. If you, have you reviewed that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. So you have a drug problem. That's clear to the court. You have mental health problems. I do not know if your drug problem is caused by your mental health or not, but they'll be able to diagnose that for you once you're in the program. Do not be that person who gets a chance and then you continue to use. You understand?
Yes, ma'am. I got sick when I was in the prison. I got lung cancer.
Okay,
I spit up blood every day. Like,
okay.
I'm trying to get help for that, but they want me, I ain't got no insurance. I just filed for Social Security. I got
Okay, so
rent.
here's the thing. I understand and I appreciate what you're telling me about your issues. One, I don't have any medical documentation of that. And two, how do you think your lung cancer is going with you using cocaine? And are you using cocaine by snorting it, inhaling it?
I snorted,
That's probably not good for your lungs. Do you understand?
but I filed for Social Security. I just got my papers back. So hopefully I get granted or I could get insurance to get the help, but they won't pay $3,000 for the surgery.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck to you. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jerry Torres.
Maybe excuse Judge.
Yes. Jerry Torres.
He was waiting for me outside. I apologize, Judge.
No problem. Hello. So where are we on this case? And where's Mr. Torres come up?
Yes, it's coming up, Judge.
All right. So where are we on this case with discovery?
I don't know, Judge. I'm usually better at this, but I was prepping for a motion to suppress that said today.
All right.
I apologize.
Oh, no problem. Can I have a 1 month reset? All right, so we're going to come back on December 18th. At that time, you all need to make sure that all discovery is done. And states you need to be prepared to tender an offer. Will you be prepared to do that?
He did, Judge.
Okay, all right, awesome. All right, is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you are excused.
Thank you. Your
Thank
Honor.
you.
Have a great day. Have a
You
great-
too. Oh, you too. So that last case was a possession less than a gram case, which some people argue that that should be a misdemeanor, but the law says it's a state jail felony. So the range of punishment for that offense is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility. Both parties agreed that if I were not to give him probation, then I would sentence him to 16 months at the state jail facility. If that's the case, it's not a violent offense. So the question becomes, if I send him to the state jail facility for 16 months, when he comes out, he's still going to have mental health issues. He's still going to have drug issues. And then I will have just released back into society somebody who has drug issues, somebody who has mental health issues, and they're not taking care of it. So this is me giving him a chance and hopefully protecting society and getting him help with his drugs, getting him help with his mental health, and hopefully being a better parent to his children. Because honestly, you can't be a good parent to your child and then using drugs as much as he's using drugs. So we try.